Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have. The novel titled A Degenerate's Tale is about a man named Earl who lived recklessly and died with a smile on his face, only to awaken in a magical world as an infant. With his charms and wit, he plans to thrive in this world and pursue elves, demons, princesses, and queens. The novel is a side project and includes mature content, so it is recommended for a mature audience. The rating for the novel is 86. On to the next novel we have. The article is about a game where the player takes on the role of a wandering mercenary, battling monsters and searching for legends. The author rates the game 86 and suggests that the journey will continue until they escape the game. On to the next novel we have. Lu Zhou, the world's most powerful and oldest villainous patriarch, wakes up with 9 notorious disciples. His disciples are evil, and he must handle them without his cultivation base. His disciples include Yu Zhengai, the leader of the Nether sect, and Sword Devil who always resorts to violence. The story follows Lu Zhou's struggles with his disciples, including the 7th disciple who wants him dead and the 9th who wants to be a better person. On to the next novel we have. The title of the story is Past Life Returner, and the overall rating is 88. The story follows a character who goes back to February 28, 1985, their birth date, and decides to seize all the money and dungeons in the world while it is still peaceful. All stats will be reset. On to the next novel we have. The title of the story is Grandson of the Holy Emperor is a Necromancer, and the My rating is 86. The protagonist dies and is reincarnated as a young prince in another world with the profession of a necromancer. However, the story takes a twist and his necromancy skills are not what they seem. On to the next novel we have. The novel, Duke Pendragon, is about Raven Valt, the illegitimate son of a wealthy family, who is assigned to be the guard of Duke Alan Pendragon and his white dragon. However, they are both killed due to an unknown conspiracy. Raven wakes up 7 years in the past, but as Alan Pendragon. The book has a rating of 88. On to the next novel we have. The title is Stop, Friendly Fire, and my rating for it is 86. It's about an empire turned into the land of the undead, and God summons heroes, including an ordinary earthling named Li Xin-Wu, to help purify and bring hope to the empire. However, Li Xin-Wu is also undead. On to the next novel we have. The article talks about a man named Chen Chen who discovers a powerful USB drive with mysterious powers and hidden rules. He uses his skills and intellect to uncover its limits and seeks to achieve wealth, immortality, and otherworldly powers. This journey leads him to a grand plan that will change the fate of humanity forever. The article has a rating of 86. On to the next novel we have. Ending Maker is a story about 2 heroes, Kong Jin-ho and Hong Yu-hee, who become reincarnated as characters in a video game. They realize that the game's ending results in the destruction of the human world, so they team up to achieve a perfect happy ending. The story introduces the concept of rotten water, which means someone who has played a game for a long time and mastered everything. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a high school student named Kuramoto who is unexpectedly admitted to a special class full of isekai heroes. He is tasked with becoming their support character to prevent them from dying in the other worlds they are summoned to. Though he initially doubts his abilities, he vows to work hard and improve while supporting the heroes. On to the next novel we have. The story, Reincarnated as a Fox with System, is about a fox named Tang Li Shui who is reincarnated by mistake and gains a system to help her evolve and become a deity. In a world full of powerful cultivators, demonic beasts, and mysterious spirits, Tang Li Shui must continue to level up and become an overpowered fox deity in order to survive and regain her human form. The story follows Tang Li Shui on her journey to become stronger and break past all dangers. The reviewer gave the story a rating of 86. On to the next novel we have. The Hitting Zone is a story about Jake Hollander, who has a negative outlook on people, baseball, and family due to a traumatic experience with his own mother. However, after being taken in by the Atkins, his foster family, Jake's perception changes, and he becomes more open, improves at baseball, and longs for a family. The story ends with all of Jake's wishes being fulfilled. The reviewer gave a rating of 88. On to the next novel, we have Supremacy Games is an entertainment platform with various deadly games, each allowing the use of different cultivation systems. The UVR offers 100% realism for the games and can be attended by entering the UVR or through a live stream. Felix Maxwell, an average player, had his fate changed after completing a clan mission and picking up an energy signal from a destroyed planet. The story leaves the reader wondering what happened to Felix on the planet. On to the next novel, we have the protagonist transmigrates into a world where pets are the center of everything and runs a pet store. However, they struggle with handling astral pets, and their younger sister constantly belittles them. The story includes a system to help them on their road to greatness. The reviewer gave it a rating of 86. On to the next novel, we have the title of the story is Custom-Made Demon King, with a rating of 86. The protagonist, Roy, saves a mother and her child from a drunk driver before becoming a monster. He travels through different worlds using a system that allows him to create anything he can imagine by exchanging souls. On to the next novel, we have The Godfather of Champions is a story about the pursuit of victory, told through the perspective of Tony Twain, a manager who only cares about winning and becoming champions. He is both loved and hated by the press, and his players are his most loyal believers. Despite not being well liked by people, he does not care how others see him. His love story and knowledge of Chinese soccer also garnered widespread attention. He is the #1 star of the team and famous for endorsing clothing brands and electronic games, publishing his autobiography, and even planning to shoot an inspirational film based on his life experiences. Debuting this summer, the book highlights Tony Twain's legendary experience as the richest, most successful, most controversial manager with the most unique personality. On to the next novel, we have the novel, Gamers of the Underworld, is about a dungeon lord named Sherlock who wants to become the greatest devil king and build the best dungeon in the underworld. He summons a group of goblins who call themselves gamers, and engage in various activities such as commerce and fighting amongst themselves. The book has an 86 rating. On to the next novel, we have the story is about a man named Su Chin who enters a world where martial artists and Buddhist monks dominate. Since he has no martial arts qualifications, he becomes a sweeping monk in the Shaolin Temple. He discovers a sign-in system that allows him to obtain various powerful abilities by signing in at different places in the temple. Su Chin spends 20 years signing in everywhere in the temple and becomes incredibly powerful. When the temple is attacked by demons, Su Chin uses his abilities to protect it. On to the next novel, we have Pei Qian, president of Tangda Corporation, finds himself possessing a system that rewards him for losing money. He decides to make crappy games, knowing that if they flop, he will lose his investment cost and be rewarded. On to the next novel, we have I Am the Monarch, is about a man named Roan who, after running away from his village to become a great general, returns 20 years later as a lowly squad commander and dies on the battlefield. He then comes back in time with the goal of becoming a monarch instead. With knowledge of his future, he sets out to achieve his new goal. The reviewer rated it 86. On to the next novel, we have the novel, Superstars of Tomorrow, follows a well-known composer named Fang Zhao who is reborn 500 years after the apocalypse in the body of a cheated student. Despite facing bitter difficulties, he rises to become a superstar in this new world. The novel has a rating of 86. On to the next novel, we have the story is titled, The Tutorial is Too Hard, and is about Li Ho-jae's escape from a difficult tutorial he was invited to. The difficulty he chose was hell. The reviewer rated it 88 out of 100. On to the next novel, we have Chronicles of Primordial Wars, is a novel about Shao Zhan, who is transported to a primitive world where the people have superhuman abilities but struggle to survive due to a lack of food. With his pet wolf, Caesar, Shao Zhan tries to survive and navigate this new world. The book has a rating of 86. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.